I'm telling you, I was living the people never heard it. Clothing up, being down now. I think it's something to healthy kind of thing. I never What up? It's your man's Third Sherman, aka the Black Steve Austin, aka some other stuff. What up? Hope I've been doing good this week. I've been alright. Thanks for asking, I appreciate it. I can't stand my job. Is that cool to say? I don't know if any FBI employees or future employers is listening to this, but if my current employer hearing this, let me let y'all know I can't stand y'all, mother bleeper. I feel like the way the system is set up, the people who work get ignored. The people who's pretty get to go in there, smile, and do whatever they want, and get accolades. Like, I can't stand it. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly though, here's what I live by, y'all. This is a little Sherman sermon, pretty early on, but I'm finna give y'all these blessings. This is to help your mindset. When I used to be at work wishing people got what they deserve. Like, I hope my boss finna get hit by a car. I'm gonna be so lit. Everybody leave early, everybody crying, but me, we finna go to Waffle House. But then I was like, man, if something happens to these people that is trying my patience and it's growing me as a person, if something happened to them immediately, if that's them getting hit by a car or them quitting or whatever the case may be, them changing too soon, I will never learn the lessons I'm supposed to learn from them. And what's the point of going through? You ever been in an Uber or a Lyft and they stop a block away from your crib? You be like, what the F are you doing, homie? I paid you a little $10 to take me up the street, give me some fast snacks, and that's what I said to do. Why are you stopping me off a block early? And that'd be stupid, right? You would probably put a one-star thing, say they farted in the car or something. And the same thing goes for perseverance, people. Why would life, I call it God, but I'm trying to satisfy the masses at the moment. But why would God, aka what y'all call the universe or the life or whatever the case may be, get you a block away from where you have to go and drop you off and let you deal with the rest? That's dumb. But we treat life as if that's what happens. You gotta get all that perseverance. You gotta get all that faith, bro. You gotta get all that. So I appreciate the strength because I don't want to ever come up short. If I hadn't been if I hadn't gone through all of what I went through before I got to the job I got now, I would not be able to handle it. Therefore, I would do something to somebody. Therefore, I'd be in jail. Therefore, my record's jacked up. And we don't need more folks in jail. Can I get an amen? There's the church organ. I ain't got no sound effects, y'all. But yeah, and like I said and all that, man, I can't wait to get to pursue my own dreams. You know, like, when you see people, actors, actresses, and stuff like that on the internet doing whatever they're doing, why did they choose? I almost want to. This is what I want to do. I wish I had known some of these people, famous people, beforehand, and then watched them get famous. Because when you just watch people on the screens, it feel like they was already there. You don't never see nobody be trash and then grow. There was already somebody you never met, somebody you only see through screens, And I want to get to know somebody who had started from the bottom, that you've seen start from the bottom and grow. Like, I don't know nobody like that, man. That's kind of discouraging. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if you go to like Cali or somewhere like New York, I don't know why the edges of places get more live, and with the exception of Chicago. If you go to California, which is all the way to the edge on the left side, and if you get all the way to the edge on the right, which is New York and all that, or if you get all the way to the bottom, if you see Florida, man, people just be blowing up out of nowhere. I guess you kind of say Atlanta blows up too. I'm kind of discrediting my own point, but what I'm trying to say is, I want to be around somebody who is like just from the bottom. Like, you just see, if someone just first it's just a word. I mean, I want to do this, I want to do that, and then you see them one day getting dressed. Where you going to go? Oh, I'm finna go do this. I'm finna, something small, and then eventually I just want to see somebody's momentum. I'm gonna try to be there for y'all too, but I'm just saying, when I see people on these screens, I mean, to me, here's my thought process, y'all. I'm trying to get to the other side of the screens. You feel me? I'm trying to get to the other side of the screen. I'm trying to be with somebody else looking, not just so you can look at me and be like, oh, he whatever. But here's the thing, though, man. I really do feel like a lot of things I'm going through now is to prepare me for a bigger platform. Now, I'm not going to say too much, but I got some stuff going on that I'm really trying to expand. And I really feel like I'm being put in a place to where things are going to grow. And if nothing else, I commend myself for having that thought after all the things I've been through, after all the failures I done dealt with, after not being the most movie-looking person. I commend myself for not giving up. Even if I don't do nothing, I still really got that mindset and that passion. So you can't never say I gave up. I may shift from this thing to another thing or whatever the case is, but gee, I'm trying to get out here. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody else doing it. What I feel like is, for me to see these people on TV or whatever the case is and think it's unfair for me, or unfair to them. I don't know how I'm trying to say it. You know what I'm talking about, though. Like, I can't look at them and be some kind of way. Like, they did whatever they doing. You know what I'm saying? And what's stopping me? I'm sitting at the crib watching them on Netflix. Why am I watching Netflix? Why not start making this music and trying to get it on TV or movies? Or why, you know what I'm saying? Why not go to some acting class and try to see if they can find a role that fit me? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think we think celebrities are some sort of special breed. And I got my beliefs about some behind the scenes stuff going on when some people get in through the back door, you feel me? Or take the elevator. But I think there are some dope people who just want to do it. Like some passionate people. I mean, what's weird is we all creative. If I tell you something about a conspiracy theory, you can think of all types of stuff to kind of make that make sense or whatever the case may be. Not saying that those theories are, sometimes they're not even conspiracies or theories. Sometimes you're saying facts. People call conspiracy theories anything that's just not the truth that most people talk about. Like if I told you that, I guess, I don't know, Donald Trump is an alien or something crazy like that, right? You would think it's a conspiracy theory just because it ain't what you've been told, but what if there was some factual stuff that pointed to that directly? You still wouldn't even care. It just ain't anything. I don't know, probably a dumb example, actually. That actually was pretty stupid. But see how creative, I thought it off the top of my head, right? There could be a dope movie with the president being an alien trying to do something to the whole planet, but you don't find out he's an alien until the very end. It'd be dope, man. Call it Men in White or something. Don't trip and do a mashup between Independence Day with Men in Black. Find out Will Smith was the alien the whole time. He didn't know. Or find out he was a robot alien. Yeah. It'd be called Men in Independence Day in Black. I need to shut up. As you can see, y'all, I ain't got no topic. And the reason is, cause, and I'm being real now. The reason is, man, cause I don't want to be all deep every time y'all hear me. Every time y'all hear me say something, man, gotta be something that's deep. You know what I'm saying? I think the truth is what it is. But I mean, y'all can look outside and think y'all own podcast. Honestly, like we we all sit down here on Earth. Um, I feel like yeah, I got this weird thing, and I got this weird like pain in the back of my head. I don't know what it is, but it's still so funny. Anyways, I I'm just talking, y'all, because I don't want to be all like super whatever, like super one way to super the other. Like I feel like at the end of the day, man, we just all trying to chill. Sometimes you need to just get back and just relax, bro. I feel like if you don't, if you just one of them people that always gotta hear information, always gotta get new stuff, you can't be doing nothing with the information you got already. You can't be one. You can't be, because if you was, you would. It would take you a lot longer than the next week to have it done, and then you just stacking stuff on top of stuff on top of stuff to do, and you worse off. But I ain't gonna be some of them weeks. Some of these weeks I'm gonna just be not talking about nothing. You know what I'm saying? I really can't stand um, the idea. Here's another mindset. You keep this little nugget of the day. Or actually, let me switch that up. I stole that kind of. I'm gonna give you this little piece of information. You either live in your dream, or you're an employee of somebody else's. And you better tweet that, write that mess down, because at the end of the day, it's true. And I feel like, why do I gotta be somebody else's employee? You know what I'm saying? Like, why do I gotta work? I mean, some people okay with that. Some people cool, and I'm not finna shade you if that's where you at in life. That's perfectly fine. Do what you do. As long as you being you, then whatever. But I know when I'm at these jobs, I'm not being me. I'm being them. They tell me what to wear. They tell me what time I got to be there. They tell me how much money I'm finna get. They tell me how much money I'm not finna get when I go in there and ask for a raise, because they giving all the money to the hoochies that's in there doing stuff. And ain't. I should probably chill, but I feel like the whole point of the American dream is to we get in a place that's a lot of freedom. And I know it's easy to say, but literally I started this podcast with my own. Like, imagine if I lived in like some other, I don't even know historic, or I don't know what places I can even give as an example. Besides, North Korea come to mind, stuff like that. But there's certain places in the world, y'all, that you can't just start anything that's expressing your opinion. You gotta live out the opinion of the person. Like, imagine if Donald Trump made us be a certain kind of way. Like, we can openly say we don't like him. People will be on Twitter tweeting his name out. F Donald Trump, F Donald Trump. I just heard songs out, F Donald Trump, R.I.P. Nipsey. You can just say whatever you want, honestly. But there's some places they'll kill you. It's illegal to say that kind of stuff about whoever your leader is. And we should be glad we're in a place like that. So I'm saying all that to say, we got the freedom to do whatever we want. Not whatever we want. And we all know there's filters and there's privilege involved depending on your skin color. I'm not just saying, but I'm saying ain't nobody stopping us. Like, BET is a real channel. There's a little girl who did a movie called Little. I think she directed it or something like that. The movie called Little with Regina Hall, Issa Rae. I can't remember the little girl name, but she's actually the one that has something to do with the movie being made. And I mean, it ain't blowing up in the box office, but it's made some millions. And the fact that it even got created is dope to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, we live in a world where something like that can happen. And yeah, black people, still got a lot going on. But gee, if you look at where we came from, you know what I'm saying? I was on the bus. My car jacked up, y'all. And I was on the bus, man. I was thinking about sitting in the front. And I was like, man, you remember, the whole thing with Rosa Parks. It's like, man, like, this was a problem at first. You know what I'm saying? This is a problem at first, and now I can literally sit wherever I want on this bus with no problem whatsoever. And I wish you would tell me to get in the back. I punch a skeleton out your body, and it's cool if I do that. It ain't like illegal, or you know what I'm saying. Like, it's not gonna be a thing. Everybody gonna be like, yeah, you hit him. I already hit him too. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that kind of stuff is dope to me, man. If you look at where we came from as a culture, black culture, whatever, it's pretty dope. There was something I wanted to bring up about the N word. It was actually important too. Oh, this is what it was. Okay, so here's the thing I'm doing, right, and this started like this week. I ain't no scientist or nothing, but okay, so I like girls, right? So when I be talking to some of them and they don't like me, they be like, yeah, something friend. They make sure they inject friend in stupid places. Like, I gotta go to the friend bathroom, friend, or something stupid like that. Like, I'm gonna put friend clothes on, friend. Ain't that friendly? I'm like, okay, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just get out of my face. Like, you don't even belong in that. But then this is what I started this week, right? Because that's pissing me off, and I feel like it's not fair. And girls be trying to act like, I heard seen the whole video about the friend zone thing and how dudes just be wanting to sleep with women, so they act like, I can't remember how it was worded, but pretty much the friend zone thing, quote unquote, the term friend zone was created because dudes was mad that they can't get with the girls, they just want sex from them, which ain't even true, honestly. But anyways, so this is what I started doing because it is pissing me off. I started calling women friendly names. I don't use the word friend because that's just that's vague enough for me to it be confused for something that they think is dope. I start calling folks comrade. I've been calling girls buddy. I've been calling them pal, homie. I talk to this, hey, what up, man? Da, da, da. They get mad. And this, listen, y'all. I'm not talking about this. I wasn't trying to do no experiment. I wasn't trying to be worried about. I wasn't trying to piss people off. Yeah, I was, but it was dope the way it spent around because now they mad at me, and now they all touching my shoulders and trying to be all super, whatever. I'm like, nope. You remember? I wish I could play tape back. I'm finna go to the friendly bathroom, friend. Ain't that what friends do? I'm finna call my friendly friend, or something stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was getting on my nerves so bad. Like, if you don't like me, you don't like me, spit it out. But you're not finna play me like I'm some type of buffoon, right? So, I to this day, I probably leave that place calling people Conrad. I kind of like that name. I've been calling them, I'm like, hey, what's up, buddy? Buddy? Oh, buddy. I'm like, yeah, we buddies, right? They don't. They be so heated. Like, it was funny the way it flipped because I didn't even think that was going to work, but now that I know it did, trust and believe, that's where I'm going. And I feel like it shouldn't be nothing that works or don't work. If you're being honest with yourself, then what am I doing that's making something work or not work, you feel me? So I thought it was kind of funny. And the reason I bring that up, hold on. Okay, so the reason that's a big deal is, so what made me think of the N word is because I consider myself in that particular situation taking the power out of what it hurt me or what bothered me and using pretty much the mindset that they had, or I guess using my mindset to discard what they were saying about me or what they perceived me as and flipping it on them. And it made me think of the N word because it's I used to feel like people doing the same thing was dumb. Like, why would you call anybody that? If they called you that, they were trying to hurt you. Why would you do it? Same word, same thing when women calling themselves the B word. I'm like, okay, why are you doing it? Like, you should be trying to say, don't call me that, or trying to stop people from calling. But here's the thing, yo. I couldn't stop them from calling me a friend. So, trying to get other people to stop doing other things, it ain't gonna happen. Don't live your life trying to do something. Don't live your life trying to control other people. And that I'm gonna get back to that in a second. But I just found it pretty odd that they were so upset about me calling them pretty much synonyms to the word friend, literal synonyms to the word friend. When I got the idea of us being friends from them. Like it really kind of just blew me away how they were so disgruntled about the situation. It kind of was funny though. I'm not gonna lie, it's funny. And it made me think about, the N word and the B word, but I also thought about, okay, why, I wanted to know why it bothered them so bad. Like, I see the correlations with the other two other words, but my primary thought was like, they upset. If anything, I agree with them and they bothered. So why? And I thought about this. First, I was like, well, let me get to what I'm saying before I get too sidetracked. I felt like they wanted to control I guess, the narrative. I've been hearing that term lately. But they wanted to control the narrative. They wanted to control the situation. And I told you I wasn't finna get deep, so I'm not finna spend too much time on this. But it was just funny because I was thinking that it's only a few days into the week, and I was sitting trying to think of what is the problem. But they wanted to be the one ultimately belittling or shutting me down. They wanted to be the one. They wanted to be the one harming and not the ones being harmed. They were unexpecting of me being so acceptive of their whatever that was. And I was thinking like, man, why? What's the whole point? And what's the whole point of wanting control? And I started thinking like power, and I was like, man, power. I thought about, okay, what's power mean, and what's the point of it? When you watch movies back in the day, and they'd be like trying to take over the world. That's always what they want to do is take over the world, take over the world. Like, you break that down, take over the world. So in other words, they want to be the ones that control the planet. And we can get all super deep about how black people generally are the ones influencing everyone, and how that's supposed to be taken from us. But also, on the more simpler level, I think people just like controlling others. I think they just like telling people what to do, when to do it. From one of the quotes from Dark Knight came to mind, because that's the dopest movie of all time. And something that Joker said, just I couldn't shake. He said, "I'm kind of like a dog chasing a car. I wouldn't know what to do when I get it." And I was like, he really is. That really, I mean, like, I know the Joker's character, and I knew all, we all know the Joker, but I was like, man, that, when he said that mess, I was like, this man he is crazy. Like, he literally just wants to do this just cause. Even if he gets what he wants, he doesn't know he got it because he never knew what he wanted. He just is doing stuff. He even said that, I just do. And I'm just like, dang, like, that's the new kind of nut. But I feel like that's a very exaggerated version of people's bosses or people that are in charge of whatever. Like, I don't think anyone grew up and was like, well, I shouldn't say anyone. I think a lot of people wouldn't grow up and say, I want to be, what's the most boringest job that you know? Let's say Amazon, for an example, right? The dude, Amazon, I don't know if y'all know this, but Amazon and Apple